Hi friends, it's Paula. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I am back. Today I will share with you my COACH handbag collection. So the first one is this COACH Brooklyn 39 in the colorway tan. I got this from their Shinjuku store early this year, I think around January. I did feature it in one of the shorts, so I'll probably link that somewhere on the screen. This is something that I have used quite a bit. I traveled with this to Taiwan, I traveled with this to the Philippines, and because I was using it quite extensively, it got a little bit dirty and I tried to clean it, which is why you'll see a lot of fading in here. Please ignore that. I will have this professionally fixed at COACH at some point. But other than that, I absolutely love this bag. It fits so much. So when I bought it, it came with a dust bag. Here you have the, I don't know if you can see it, but you have the COACH stamp here. I don't know if you can actually see that, but only has the COACH dog tag, unlike I think one of the newer ones which has like a lot of charms. But that's not an issue because I place my own charms. And inside it's just one big compartment. It's one big compartment with a back pocket and magnetic closure. One of the things that I really love about this bag is that it does have a D-ring inside. And what I did while I was traveling was to attach this, I don't know what it is, but it has a crab claw of sorts, which I then attached to my phone. So my phone was very secure. Technically, it's just a big slab of leather, which I understand will make you worry about the weight. But surprisingly, compared to the other one slab of leather bags that I have, even with like my laptop, my cameras, my wallet, my phone, my power bank, and everything else that I needed to put in there when I'm traveling, it never got too heavy for me. And I really don't know if it's just the way the bag is structured. I don't know if it's because you have a longer drop, which, you know, allows you to kind of balance the weight with the rest of your body. But yeah, I love this bag. I have gotten a lot of compliments using this bag. I just wish I could have avoided this whole thing because it really is a beautiful colorway and it's a beautiful leather. But I'm not really too worried about it because I know that I can have it fixed in COACH one of these days. So yeah, this is the Brooklyn 39 in the colorway tan. Love this. If you're considering it, I would say it's worth checking out. And then I also have the COACH Cassie 26 in the chalk colorway. I got this, I think, in 2019. This was a gift from a family friend. At that time, this silhouette was quite popular. I forgot the name of the Louis Vuitton bag that actually started this whole style. I have not used this. I do love it though, so that's the reason why I'm still keeping it. So the 26 is quite spacious, I would say, and the leather allows you to kind of put a little bit more and you don't have to worry about the integrity of the shape. So it has 3 compartments. This is relatively small, so it's more of a slip pocket, and then a bigger compartment in the middle and another one here. You also have a zip pocket at the back and another slip pocket here outside. This also comes with a strap. It's right there. I don't know if you can see it. It is in pristine condition because again, I have not used it, but I love it and I hope that I would be able to make use out of it, you know, in the coming, I wouldn't say months, but in the coming years. So this is the Cassie 26. And then the next one is this COACH Tabby 26 in the quilted Napa leather with the floral print. I featured this in my Gotemba haul a few months back. So this one has that big C hardware and it has 4 grommets, which makes it really convenient to use because then you can use it as a crossbody or as a shoulder bag. And you can even shorten the strap to make it more of like a top handle. It has 2 major compartments with a zip pocket in the middle. And then the flap in front with magnetic closure, and then a slip pocket at the back. Also has a magnetic closure. I have used this a few times this year, and to be perfectly honest with you, I overestimated its capacity, which is completely my fault. I thought because it's a 26 it would fit a lot, but what I noticed is that my Celine Triomphe could hold a lot more more comfortably than this bag. And I think the space issue is really just because of the fact that there's a middle compartment here, but it's really a non-issue if you think about it. It's more, I should have managed my expectations a little bit better. And you know, moving forward, I already know what I can fit in here, which means I know when it would be appropriate to use. I've used it for concerts. I also have to point out that when you overstuff this bag, it can get heavy. So that's just something to keep in mind. Other than that, I do love this bag. I love the way it looks. I love the way it falls against my body. Overall, it's just a really gorgeous and well-made bag. The next bag that I have here is the Mira quilted pillow with the heart-shaped strap. I also feature this along with the Tabby 26 quilted floral bag in my Gotemba haul. I have not used this, admittedly, but I hope to be able to use it in, again, not in the coming months, but you know, in the coming years. Maybe around Valentine's Day, we'll see. It has a couple of straps, so one that is solid leather, which is relatively wide, which would be good for your shoulders, and then this really cute like heart-shaped strap if you just want to use it as a shoulder bag. Again, I haven't used it, but I suspect that this can fit a lot because it's just like one big compartment in the middle with a buttoned pocket at the back. So more and more, I'm actually realizing that I prefer bags that are just not that compartmentalized. It's just a lot easier to kind of, you know, put your things in. Granted, that has its drawback, which is that you can overstuff it, so it can get heavy and it can get quite messy in there, but really not an issue. So it really depends on, you know, what you're comfortable with, depends on what you would like to prioritize. So this is the Mira with a heart-shaped strap. The next one I have here is this idol bag in the colorway red, but it leans more Merlot, I think, than red. Just to compare the two, the Mira is a lot more raspberry-ish, so it's brighter than this one. This has that big C logo in front, which you pull down to open, and this is magnetic. And then inside you have, I have used this before and I do quite like it. It has two major compartments, a zip pocket at the back, and then just like the Tabby 26, it has that front flap. But unlike the Tabby, which is magnetic, this has a button closure, and then it has a slip pocket at the back. This has the 1941 tag, unlike the other bags that I own. This has this really crazy chain strap, which I absolutely love, by the way, but I had to kind of make sure that it's strapped properly because it can damage the leather. Really heavy chain, which you slip through here. Personally, when I use this, I just use the regular crossbody strap because this is a lot lighter. Actually, if I just had the patience and I just had the strength, I would want to use this a little bit more. This is really amazing. Look at that. It's really weighty. So again, this is the idol bag. And then the next one that I have here is the only outlet piece that I currently have here in Tokyo. We have a few left in the Philippines. This is the small town bucket with dreamy veggie prints. So up close, it looks like that. Look at those prints, they're so cute. You have a pear here, a butterfly right here, and I forget what you call this. I'll put it somewhere on the screen when I remember it. Also comes with a longer adjustable yellow strap. It has two major compartments with button closure, a pocket in the middle, and this part that you see here, the one that separates the two compartments, it's actually not stitched at the bottom. I haven't used this bag, so I'm not sure if that's a feature that I actually like, but I think generally if I want something that, you know, is a little bit more flexible in terms of space, that would be okay. And the tag is metal. So again, this is a small town bucket bag. Then we're gonna get into the two vintage bags that I have here in Tokyo. I do have a few more in the Philippines, but I don't use them, so I didn't feel the need to bring them here. So this is the Legacy Crossbody bag. This was made in Mexico in March of 1999 based on the Creed. And this was gifted to me by a relative when I was in university. So this has been in my possession for a very long time. The hardware is really heavy, and the leather itself is actually quite heavy. Inside, you have one big compartment, zip pocket, and this zip pocket is where the Creed is stamped on. You can actually pull it out. So this is a zip pocket, and then there are two slip pockets, and then outside we have another pocket. It has feet as well, which are also quite weighty, and the strap is adjustable. I used this quite a lot, not in university, but in law school actually. When I was in university, I did not use crossbody bags. I only developed appreciation for crossbody bags when I went to law school. So typically, this would carry my essentials, and then all my books, notebooks, laptop would be in another bag. It has a zip closure, and the tag is just the same leather as the rest of the bag. This is the COACH Legacy Crossbody. If you're interested, the style code is 9960. And then the last one, and this is the latest addition to my COACH collection. Also a vintage one. This is the Daypack, and this was made in the United States in December of 1995. So this is also my oldest COACH bag. Even the ones that I have in the Philippines are not this old. So they came from like 1999 or like early 2000s. And I have been on the lookout for one for quite a while. I finally found this in Kumeo a few months back, and I got this for 15,000 yen. It has that classic turn lock, and then inside you just have one major compartment with a zip pocket at the back right there, and then you have the drawstring. At the back it looks like this. So the tag is here, same leather as the rest of the bag. And then when I got this, Kumeo had already adjusted it this way. I'm quite happy with the way it falls against my body at that length. So I ended up just not changing it. Sorry I wasn't able to film an outro with the rest of the video. But yeah, that's everything I own from a COACH. If you have any questions or you would like for me to do a more in-depth review of any of the bags that I showed you today, please do comment it down below and I'll try my best to get to that. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye!